What kind of forbidden jutsu could a ninja as skilled as Kakashi Hatake know and choose not to use? As one of the most talented shinobi in the Hidden Leaf Village, Kakashi has an arsenal of impressive and deadly jutsu at his disposal. His Sharingan-I, mastery over elemental techniques, and knowledge of over 1,000 jutsu make him an incredibly versatile and strategic fighter. But among these powers lies a jutsu he has never used, not because he couldn't, but because it crosses a line that even he won't go beyond. Kakashi's abilities and moral code shape his complex persona, one that values loyalty, discipline, and the well-being of his comrades. As a highly esteemed mentor and leader, he understands the impact of every move he makes, every jutsu he casts. His commitment to using his power responsibly has led him to avoid certain techniques that could have devastating consequences. Among these is a forbidden jutsu with unimaginable power. What could drive him to withhold a weapon of such potential? In the world of Naruto, forbidden jutsu, or kinjutsu, are techniques restricted due to their immense power, danger, or ethical issues. Some jutsu may drain the user's life force, harm the soul, or disrupt the natural order, and many are designed as tools of last resort. Not all forbidden jutsu are created equally. Some are forbidden due to the toll they take on the body, while others are forbidden because they violate fundamental moral or spiritual boundaries. Kakashi's life is steeped in tragedy and experience that has made him cautious, both in battle and in his personal choices. Having witnessed the loss of loved ones and nearly losing himself in grief, he's deeply aware of the cost of unchecked power. This knowledge is what keeps him from ever using a particular jutsu that many believe could reshape the course of any battle he enters. The jutsu that Kakashi knows, but has never used, is called Shiki Fujin, or the Reaper Death Seal. This technique was originally seen during the third Hokage's climactic battle against Orochimaru. Using the Reaper Death Seal summons a terrifying Shinigami, or Death God, who consumes the target's soul and traps it for eternity in the Shinigami's belly. However, the jutsu comes at a tremendous cost. The user must also sacrifice their own soul to the Shinigami, guaranteeing a shared eternal fate with their target. Kakashi's familiarity with this jutsu likely comes from his training and his close association with the third Hokage, as well as his insatiable appetite for learning techniques. Given his extensive knowledge, it's possible he knows the Reaper Death Seal but has never used it, recognizing the cost of casting this powerful but deadly jutsu. While Kakashi's sense of duty could push him to use almost any jutsu, the Reaper Death Seal crosses a line he is unwilling to pass. The technique doesn't just end a life, it condemns the user and their target to eternal suffering, a price Kakashi is unwilling to pay without absolute necessity. Having lost his own father, friends, and teacher to the cruelty of war, Kakashi carries a unique sensitivity to the value of life and the burden of sacrifice. The Reaper Death Seal requires a resolve to take not just one's own life but to bind another's soul for eternity, a fate too severe for even a hardened warrior like Kakashi to impose without immense cause. Despite his incredible skill, he holds a strict code that values mercy and responsibility, especially as a mentor to his own students. Kakashi knows that certain lines, once crossed, cannot be uncrossed, and he chooses to withhold a jutsu whose cost is eternal. Kakashi's decision not to use certain jutsu, including the Reaper Death Seal, speaks volumes about his character. Known as the Copy Ninja, Kakashi has mastered countless techniques, but he is deliberate about which techniques he uses. The idea of using his powers responsibly reflects a critical component of his moral code, especially when considering the jutsu that can impact more than the immediate battle. Kakashi has learned, through loss and hardship, that the consequences of unchecked power can haunt a person for a lifetime, or, in the case of the Reaper Death Seal, for eternity. His experience as a mentor has also influenced his careful approach to power. As he trains Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura, Kakashi instills in them the value of restraint and thoughtfulness. Power alone does not make a great shinobi, it is the wisdom to wield it judiciously that earns respect. Kakashi's refusal to use the Reaper Death Seal aligns with this lesson he imparts to his students, encouraging them to think beyond raw strength and value the lives around them. While Kakashi has refrained from using the Reaper Death Seal, it's interesting to consider the circumstances under which he might resort to it. If a threat so catastrophic arose that it endangered his students or the entire Hidden Leaf Village, Kakashi's sense of duty and self-sacrifice could compel him to use the technique. His loyalty to his students and his village is unwavering, and if the only way to protect them was through the ultimate sacrifice, Kakashi would likely consider it. However, even in such dire situations, Kakashi would first seek any alternative available. Only a truly apocalyptic threat, one where no other option remains, would push Kakashi to perform the Reaper Death Seal, and even then, he would do so with reluctance. His character and teachings emphasize seeking peace without losing oneself to vengeance or despair, making it clear that using such a technique would go against his very nature. Kakashi's decision to refrain from using the Reaper Death Seal reflects a profound inner strength. Many shinobi might be tempted by the lure of a forbidden jutsu, especially one as final and decisive as the Reaper Death Seal. However, Kakashi understands the value of restraint, a trait that sets him apart from many of his contemporaries. His strength lies not only in his vast skill but in his ability to control that power and use it responsibly. In choosing not to use this jutsu, Kakashi demonstrates that true strength sometimes means holding back, even in the face of temptation or desperation. Kakashi's restraint with the Reaper Death Seal and other potentially devastating techniques is a testament to his values as a leader and mentor. This self-control ultimately sets an example for future generations, inspiring young shinobi to understand that strength is more than the number of jutsu one knows. It's a lesson that Naruto himself learns, watching Kakashi prioritize life, loyalty, and personal ethics over sheer power. Kakashi's legacy is not built on forbidden jutsu or ruthless strength, it is built on wisdom, mercy, and a commitment to protecting his comrades. Kakashi's choice to avoid using the Reaper Death Seal reflects his wisdom, experience, and deep understanding of what it means to be a shinobi. His knowledge of forbidden jutsu shows his skill and dedication to mastering his craft, but his refusal to use them demonstrates the depth of his character. Kakashi's true power lies not in his vast repertoire of jutsu but in his ability to exercise restraint and prioritize the greater good over personal victory. For Kakashi, power is not about wielding every technique he knows. It's about making choices that align with his principles and serve the people he cares about. By choosing not to use the Reaper Death Seal, Kakashi embodies the ideal of a true shinobi, a protector, a leader, and a warrior with the strength to know when not to fight.